everybody, welcome to my first unboxing for the new Ninjago Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu sets for, the season 11 stuff. So as you can see, these new sets are very different to the original. Even the Legacy, now Legacy was different but the same in terms of box design, it just had a different logo. Instead of Master of Spinjitzu. This one is completely different. For one, as you can see, it has no Master of Spinjitzu because they got rid of that. I mean, they didn't get rid of it. It's still canon and still connected to the Master of Spinjitzu, but it's just changed to Ninjago because, obviously it must save money on writing or something. But also, another thing that this is different, obviously, the Ninjago thing's down on the side instead of along the top. And also, if you look at the lines parts here and all that, and that it really looks very comic booky, the box. Which then again they said, but no, anyway. So yeah, it's very comic booky. And if you look around the back, it's got lines. I mean, this isn't new. They've always had like these lines and all that for I think, but it looks more comic booky than anything else, like even above there with Lloyd there and all that, and just it's more comic booky. They have that new logo, which is this Forbidden Spinjitzu logo that goes on some of the flag things, which is not in this set, but it's in some of the Spinjitzu slams, which I do have, and I will be unboxing them. I also have got Legacy unboxings, which I have uploaded a few, like Cold Spinner and all that, and I've got a few uploaded. And I've still got lots to go, like the monastery. I've got it done. I just need to edit it all together. So there will be Legacy sets being uploaded in the near future as soon as I've edited it, and the Secrets of Spinjitzu, starting with Lloyd Journey set, which is based on the ice chapter, as you can see for the ice. And they're not. People, I remember when people firstly said they thought this and the fire stuff would be simultaneously like Hunted did with the Dragon Hunters and Sons of Garmadon's stuff. They thought this would go alongside and then this would be split up, but as far as we've seen, that's not the case. This is the ice chapter, so this part has not actually started. We haven't seen any of these guys in the series, so. Yeah, it's called the Ice Chapter. Although it's not really called the Ice Chapter yet. We haven't actually got a confirmed name. And we're just assuming that. Most likely is going to be. But, and it just does sound cool. But the Fire Chapter is the first one. And just the Ice Chapter. We're going to start with Lloyd's Journey, the Ice Chapter. And yeah, we're just going to get onto it. There's no Forbidden Spinjitzu look for this set. That comes in the other sets. And so I'll talk about my thoughts on the Forbidden Spinjitzu when I get to that. But anyway, we're going to unbox this. You can see there's the Lloyd's Wolf, which is apparently the new fox lady that we've seen in other sets, which got a name, but she's got like the same wolf design. That's kind of why people think it. And apparently the descriptions say that she's the wolf, but we'll find out in this show. But it's in the set. In the set description for this, it says it's Lloyd's wolf. So anyway, let's start. So we got that, which is obviously for the castle-looking thing, the fortress. So we don't need that anymore. That's Lloyd's Wolf. This is so hard to do. I need scissors, but I don't want to get up and do them, so there we go. I use my teeth. It's probably not healthy to use your teeth to open those bags, but that's what I do. So anyway, there's new wolf with the 3 tails. It's just a shame that it's not 9 tails. I'm sorry, I had to do that. So there we go. Looks pretty cool. I do like the wolf design, but then again, I do like dogs and wolves. They're awesome. But I also like big cats and conflict with them. Right, next up, let's start with the minifigures and open this and build the minifigures, which is the Ice Samurai and Lloyd. So, just get this book, which is all folded funny, as usual, for the small stuff. This was the thing. But as you see, also the books are all different, instead of the logo being along the top, so down the side and all that. I don't hate the new box designs, they're actually pretty cool, it's different. I do like the Legacy logo the most, but I mean, these boxes are cool, they're different and they're unique, so I actually don't mind it, and yeah. I'm not going to talk about the Forbidden Spinjitzu look like there right now, but I'm not a fan of them, of the design of the minifigures especially, because it looks weird. But I'll get to that when I do one of the Spinjitzu slams and all that, or when I unbox a box with the Forbidden Spinjitzu design, because there's a lot to talk about for that. But I will talk about Lloyd's minifigure here in particular. And all that, and the new shoulder pads when I've built the minifigures. So, just trying to look at this book because it's all folded funny, so it's kind of annoying. Something go on top so I can see better. There we go. Alright, so where's these shoulder pads hiding? We got the ninja mask from from Rebooted. That's when it first appeared. There. And then we got the new shoulder pads, which I'll talk about them once I finish building Lloyd. Because I have some few things about the shoulder pads and all that. So there we go. There we go. And now the question is, will we see this costume in this? Because not all costumes that appear in the sets actually appear in the show. So we may not actually see like this version of him, like where the costume's the same. We see the costume, but the mask part we may not see. Shoulder pads we do. But anyway, so this is because these small sets always have a version of the minifigure with this and that instead of the actual mask. I think Legacy had Kai. He's like this version of Kai in sets where we didn't get in the show. But moving on from that, Lloyd's costume here and in the show, although the show animation is very detailed and I like the way they've detailed the ninjas' costumes and the serpentine, fire serpentine in the series, like they put so much detail into the snakes, it actually looks like they're slimy, scaly snakes. And like the ninjas' costumes actually look like they have fabric. I'm not a fan of Lloyd's suit design in this season. I prefer his Legacy over this one. It's not too bad, and looking at it here, it's a little better, but I prefer the Legacy than his suit design here. But I will say the Legacy, one thing that this Secrets Spinjitzu sets have done better in this wave than the Legacy wave is there were actually a variety of costumes for the ninjas in some ways. Like their Spinjitzu slams are actually more worth getting than the original Spinjitzus, although I got them all anyway, because the costumes are different in this Spinjitzu slam than they are in the actual sets. Even there are versions of the Forbidden Spinjitzu in the sets that are also different to the Forbidden Spinjitzu in the actual Spinjitzu slam. So there is a difference, unlike the Legacy, which kind of had all the costumes the same. And finally, this part here. See if you see the shoulder pad. It's got a throwing star symbol. I'm not a fan of this. It's actually new. As you can see, it only has one place for the sword to go, which I don't mind that part. I don't mind having one sword instead of two. That kind of looks, that's different in a good way. But the shoulder pad here, one thing I don't like about it, which I also don't like about it in the show more than here, is if you look how thick it is, it's just like the original one-sided shoulder pads were more thin. And in the show, it's the same thing. In the show, it's actually way bigger. Like, you actually watch the season of, Ninjago right now that's airing. It's like their shoulder pads are like so thick and chunky in it. It's like, I'm kind of like, how does that work? It feels like that'd be heavy on their shoulder. But other than that, the suits are good and yeah. But anyway, moving on from that, there we go. So I build his weapon now. I've had my little discussion, so we're going to move on to doing the rest. So I just need to check the book out because the book is hard to read because it's all folded and looking weird. See, it's just... There we go, okay. So, sword goes in here, so there. See, I don't mind the sword part of the shoulder pad though, because it's like it does one and that's pretty cool. The originals had two, and now we got a one, but yeah. So, I've got mixed feelings. Unlike other people who, if they don't like something, they'll completely badmouth and they won't say anything good about it. I'm fickle because I will find something good about it too. I'm not just all about, oh, it's completely terrible, like some people do. It's like, so you literally just, I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but I mean, there's always something, a part that's good. Need two of those pieces. It's hard to read the book. It's all crinkled, so I have to literally move it to see it. Now, the reason this, I'm talking a lot more in this first, in this unboxing, because for my first unboxing for every video, or my first few, I normally talk more than the other times because I like to get my opinions mostly out there. I mean, I'll express more opinions than the other ones, but not as much as I do in these first ones. Same thing with the legacy sets, when I did it. So, that's basically why I'm talking more. I won't be talking as much in the other ones. Okay, so, that's Lloyd done, and his wolf. So hard to see this book. Okay, so we got that done. No missing pieces on it. Next up is the Ice Samurai, who I forget the name of this guy. He has a name, but I think he's in the Spinner Slam, which he's also in the double one. He's just Ice Samurai, but I'm pretty sure he has another name. Okay, no, that's meant to be on that side. Although they seem pretty similar. I mean, you just, no, okay, they're a little different, but they're not really. No, they might be the same in terms of that. So I'm guessing it can be on any side. I think that's what they designed it for, actually, so you could wear it either side. Alright, so there we go. We're going to do his one eye because it looks better. Looks more menacing. Alright, so and he's got a blue sword to match his whole ice theme. So now with the Ice Samurais, when these guys was first leaked, obviously they look nothing like it. And obviously, we knew they were Ninjago based straight away, but I did kind of uh, say, they look a lot, even though they're Ninjago, they look a lot like White Walkers from Game of Thrones. Now that's a dark show, so if you do watch Ninjago and you are underage, don't be going to watch that show. But if you have watched it, yeah, the White Walkers look pretty much like this, except these guys, except the White Walkers don't have this stuff sticking out. They look so, but they're not really zombies as people call them. People call them ice samurai zombies sometimes. They could be, but at the same time, they might not be ice zombies. They might not be zombies in any way because we don't know what they are. We don't know anything about them. They could just be people with, a horrible disease, or they could just be ice people with, ice skin. That's pretty much all. Okay. The only reason that people are thinking zombies is actually because these guys resemble a lot to do with the, what were they? The hunters from Chima. If you remember the ice season, fire and ice season for that. Which, again, this season's fire and ice and Chima's fire and ice. So they resemble that a lot with the whole ice part sticking out of them and, the skin and the ice, all this ice sticking on them. It's kind of a lot like those things. And those guys in Chima were technically zombie animal things. So that's kind of why it seems like they're going to be zombies, but they might not be. But they do look pretty cool. Pun unintended. That was unintended pun there. But I do like the fire snakes better in the show. The minifigures for the fire snakes aren't as good, but in terms of detail. But I like the fire snakes because they're Egyptian based. I like this Ice Samurai because they're, well, samurai. So that's kind of why I like Ninjago in the first place. So anyway, that's that done. Yes. Right. It's so hard to read this book. It's like the book just folds in on me and I can't read when it does it. Stay. Don't move. There we go. Alright, hopefully it doesn't move. Oh, no, it's starting to move. Done this book. Alright, so sword and sword. So this is Lloyd's sword and the ice stone. I like things to be kind of. I'm very OCD when it comes to that. Alright, there we go. That's the sword and the stone in the ice. There we go. And that's ready for the next part. Alright, time for speed build. the fort is complete. That's what I'm pretty confident it's the fort. We got the spare pieces here, so spare ninja mask as always, lifesaver handle. That's what this is. It's always been a lifesaver handle. We got the ice samurai dude with his eye missing. He's very missing. So we're gonna put him in his right place. There we go. Yep, he's protecting something. I don't even know what the point of this sword is, since I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with the show, the sword, and this costume. I'm pretty sure that this won't appear, but we'll see. We're gonna have Lloyd ride the wolf to battle. There we go. So yeah, that is the Lloyd's Journey set. Actually, that's covering the title. There's Lloyd's Journey set, small set, which is, as you can see, a very small box. It's the cheap one. They always do different size. They always do the one cheap one, which is like this, and then they do this thing. Every set, it's every wave is the same in that way. But anyway, make sure you like and subscribe, and check back every day for more Ninjago Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. Man, that's a mouthful. Set unboxings, and along with the legacy unboxings too. Anyway, see ya!